Hey guys, Kylie here with Create Your Dream Life. And if you are if you have a pretty consistent yoga practice and you're just kind of tired of it, you want something to jazz it up, we're gonna do something really fun with sun salutations and blocks today. So if you have a few minutes, if you have a yoga mat and a block, grab it and let's get started. So I want you to come to the top of your space. And I want you to think about what's happening when you're standing in Tadasana. So we have energy loops that run through the bodies, and we have like muscles and engagements that are happening throughout the body. And what's happening is actually we're trying to zip up and stand in our body. And sometimes when we have the tendency to stand in Tadasana, we just kind of like stand and like flop. And what this block is going to do is you're going to feel really silly. You're also going to giggle a lot, warning. Is going to give you this ability to squeeze into the block to start to feel like you can kind of lift out of your space. So come to the top of your space. You're going to take the block on the thinnest level between your legs. And on some rarities, people have a little bit wider hips. You can take it on the medium level, but for the most part, unless you're one of those rare cases, you're going to put the block on the smallest size on the inside of your legs. And you're going to look down at your feet and try to take your feet directly below your hips and really stand into your footprints. Spread your toes nice and wide and start to root down through the big toe. As you pull back, I want you to feel that lift in your arch. So that's the foot turning on, and that's a really important factor. Start to feel the energy loops moving up the leg and out the knee. So that means unlock the knees, especially if you're like that chronic person that straightens out the legs and extends the joints. And then think about what's happening in the hips. I give this cue often if you practice with me. That Michael Jackson, that hoo-hoo pelvic tilt, that's kind of what I want you to feel. Perfect. Now as you're here, think about the energy loops in the belly. Start to take the front ribs back. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and start to lengthen out the back of the neck. So I want you to think about all the forward head carriage that we get as we're texting. Start to eliminate that as you pull the crown of the head up and think upper palate back. So you have this nice long line of energy. And notice as you squeeze into the block, it kind of naturally puts you into that alignment, that really good alignment, like almost instantaneously. So we're gonna run through sun salutations with the block. We're gonna do a few rounds of sun salutation A, and then we're gonna do a round of sun salutation B. On your inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, dive forward. If your hamstrings are tight or you're not warmed up, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands to shins, tailbone back, squeeze the blocks. Really press away. Good. Exhale, fold. You're going to plant the hands. Keep squeezing the block and think shoulders directly over top the fingertips. You're going to duck walk. So you're going to duck walk all the way back to plank. Good. Now as you're here, I want you to find those energy loops. Unlock the knees. Michael Jackson pelvis. Shoulder blades down, crown of head long. Good. Inhale, shoot forward to your tiptoes. Exhale, lower all the way. Untuck your toes. You're going to clip the tops of the feet into the mat. Squeeze the block. Inhale, lift up, low cobra. Exhale, release, down. Good. Up and back, child's pose. I know you have a block there. It might feel weird. That's okay. Breath in. Breath out. On your inhale, come on up. Give me one round of cat and cow. Block can stay between the knees. Good. Downward facing dog. Now this down dog might feel a little weird, especially if you're the person that constantly takes your hips wide. Just notice the weirdness and be okay with it. You can kind of imagine the head is like a bowling ball and you're lengthening out the neck, pressing through the hands and the feet, and imagine there's like a rope like in the hip crease and it's pulling you up. Good. Now's the funny part to get back. On your inhale, come up to your tiptoes, bend the knees, and then you're going to duck walk all the way to the top. Halfway lift and lengthen when you arrive. Exhale, release down. Good. Sweep the arms up, reach up, rise up, look up. Hands pull to heart center. Without me cueing you, can you find those energy loops moving back through the body? Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Release down. You're going to bend the knees. Think shoulders directly over top fingertips. Duck walk it back. In your plank, find the Tadasana loops. Inhale, shoot forward. Exhale, lower, maybe halfway, maybe all the way. Inhale, open, low cobra, high cobra, maybe up dog. If you're in up dog, think heels press straight up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more, breath in. Breath out. On your inhale, come up to tiptoes. Bend the knees, look forward, duck walk back up. Halfway lift and lengthen when you arrive. Release down, exhale. Sweep the arms up, reach up, look up. Hands drop alongside, Samastitihi, find the energy loops. Full sun salutation, option to duck walk back and up, option to jump. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Release down, plant your hands. Maybe you duck walk, maybe you jump back. Lower down, halfway or all the way. Inhale, open, low cobra, high cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good, on the inhale, come up to the tiptoes. Bend the knees, look forward. Option to step, step, or hop. If you hop, you really have to squeeze the block to keep it there. Halfway lift when you arrive. Release down, exhale. Sweep the arms up, reach up, look up. Samastitihi, hands drop. Find the loops. One sun B, and you're gonna have to remove the block at one point to kind of sweep it up, but that's when I want you to feel the adduction, the adding towards the midline when you sweep your arms up, okay? Last time. Inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Release down, plant the hands, step or float, option to vinyasa, option to skip, up to you. We'll meet down dog. Good. You're gonna take your right hand, grab the block, and with as much like smoothness as you can, step the right foot right to where that right hand was. Grab the block, open palms, sweep your arms up, squeeze the block. Good. Exhale, block back to the floor, plant your hands, step the right foot back, grab the block with the right hand, bring it back between the legs, option to vinyasa, option to skip. Good. With your left hand, grab the block. With as much smoothness as you can, left foot steps up to where the left hand was. Take the block, open palms, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands back to the ground. Take your hands to the floor, step the left foot back. With the left hand, grab the block between the legs, squeeze it. Option to vinyasa, option to skip. Good. One breath in, down dog, big breath in. Big breath out. On your inhale, come up to your tiptoes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Halfway lift, inhale. Release down, exhale. Sweep the arms up, reach up, look up. Chair pose, sink low. Now this is gonna be the only chair pose, so I want you to give me your all. Squeeze towards the midline, lengthen the low back, sweep the arms up. Imagine squeezing the block. Tadasana, rise, stand, drop your hands. Good. Remove the block, maybe even shake out your legs. If you have a few extra minutes, I invite you to even do a couple rounds of sun salutation without the block and see if you can imagine that adducting in towards it now, and see if you can kind of connect to those energy loops and that zipping up sensation as you move throughout your practice, even if you don't have a block between your legs, even if you're not doing that little duck walk back. So if you liked this, I invite you to subscribe to my page below and check out some other videos. Also, there's a link in my bio to sign up for a newsletter. There's some free flows in the newsletter, a free meditation, and even think about joining the membership, where there is a 3-part block party series where we get some super crazy flows with the block. It definitely is not your traditional yoga practice, but I'm not your traditional yoga teacher. So with that being said, thank you. I will see you next time. Bye.